Hey everybody, it's... Oh, I almost did my Magic with Zuby intro. Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of D&D for Normies! I am your Dungeon Master, Zuby, he, him, and we're back from our little hiatus, and because of work and life and everything else in between. And yeah, we're back. We're going to play some D&D. We're going to roll some dice. My dice are going to roll a lot of nat 20s, which is a good thing for me. Hopefully
It's us.
So let's introduce our players, and then we'll do a quick little recap of the last episode and get on with the show. Let's start with K'aranina Gemleaf.
I am Michelle Rapp. You may know me from the internet, from Twitter, from yelling at a lot of things, mostly in anger at things that are unjust. You may also know me from doing a couple of fun campaigns with Loading Ready Run, where I did Queer as Hell and some Candlekeep nonsense. And I also do improv with them sometimes because I am a living warm body and they are like, you should be there. But I also am playing today the wonderful, very strong mom energy, K'aranina Gemleaf, who is an Emerald Dragonborn barbarian, Path of the Ancestors, who is essentially trying to take down the multi-level marketing company that destroyed her romance book club. She's an avid romance book fan, and is part of the, what did we call it? The
oh crap, you're gonna make me pull up my notes.
Both notes were.
Oh, we have some pins.
It's the Christopher Stoll. Oh, what was the whole name? I don't remember the whole.
It's okay. It's Christopher Stoll. That's the name of the author, and I have several books on him. But I do have these little like silver pins with S's on them when I meet other fans of Christopher Stoll, so we can talk about it like the
It was like Society of Stoll or something.
Yeah, it was a society, the Stoll Society, the Society of Stoll.
Close.
Something like that. So I have
Something
it in my
like
notes
that.
somewhere.
Yeah.
I also have it in my notes somewhere. I do carry some very good editions, but that's my hoard. My hoard is just first edition Christopher Stoll novel printings.
All right, and then next up, Maermyl Hillspear.
Hello, I am Pixie Kitten. I am playing Maermyl Hillspear, but my friends call me May. I am a hill dwarf cleric of the peace domain, and I prefer to have peace instead of fighting. So, you know, things get real interesting with that sort of going on. But that's May.
And by peace, a lot of you've given a lot of enemies peace in this campaign so far.
I've given them
a final peace.
Yes, their eternal
The
peace.
ultimate peace.
The most peace you can have. You get the rest of peace eternally.
It's very peacemaker.
Yes.
There's an inner John Cena to this tiny, tiny person.
Yes. And last but not least, Tellercos.
Yes. So I'm Baltan, go by he, him. And I play Tellercos, who is a monk, a satyr monk who definitely has his appreciation of nature and animals. You know, takes a lot of notes of them. But you know, monk training is gonna definitely get put to use when need be, and you know, kind of roped into this. You know, very much into it though, because I'm sure you know he was cool.
Roped into this? Come on.
Well, I mean, it's not like my immediate quest, you know. But you know, this is definitely a cause worth supporting. You know, it's not like I was held against my will or anything like that. And yeah, and now I'm starting to feel like I'm channeling some of my my mentor from the monastery a little bit more at this point, but I guess I'll let Zuby get into that part.
Altan, you could have walked away. Tellercos, you could have walked away at any point in time.
Pretty much, yeah.
You love us.
I
That's
said,
what it is.
I said, Rope did not
Yeah.
forced to do this and begrudgingly participating. There's a difference. It's all good.
You're
It's all
loving
good.
it.
Same way you
Just admit it.
get. Yes, duh. That's why I'm still here.
Yes, you love it
You love it.
You love it.
so much.
It's one of those ones I'm like, yes! Except it's Tellercos and the concept of adventure.
Yes.
That's the ship. Just
very much so.
and his animal book.
his animal.
Oh, this is a horse. Wow.
Yes, the love of horses. Let's not forget about that.
That no. Let's totally forget about that.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
Not a
It's on
thing.
the internet, so we cannot forget about it.
No, we cannot. So, anyways, we last left off with our adventures diving into the White Peak Citadel caves in search of the Mistress statue protecting the town of Dragonhurste. As they got down there, they came across many enemies, such as a mimic that tried to eat them, a bunch of goblins and orcs, and there was a fantastical little battle with that, with a bunch of the Panacea bottles that you all found barrels of, and a lot of explosions and flames there. And then as you got down to the third level of the cave, it was a lot more neater and cut out and looked more like purposely like sort of an underground dungeon type area where you came across a bunch of drow and the drow wizard Vesuvio, who was attempting to he stole the magic of the statue and was attempting to move the rest of the statue through this portal, but you all managed to thwart him just in time. And just as you were all about to get him, he managed to stop time and disappear. And we will first open up our game there, where you all had just finished this battle.
All blue mages. Just saying.
What happened?
I mean, we were
dirty
kicking
cheater,
his
just like
butt.
all blue mages. You know, like,
Yeah.
I'll play magic with you, Zuby. I know.
I was not thinking magic, I was thinking Final Fantasy. So I'm like, okay, that's a very different blue mage.
Yeah, if only we had someone who could cast Counterspell.
And
that
there's
was
no magic. I mean, you have the cleric, but she's not a typical
Okay.
wizard.
After we take a nap and we leave, we need to go find a wizard friend.
We need to pick up a wizard on our way.
We need to pick up a wizard.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know
Alright.
how we do this. Let's kidnap a wizard.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no.
Just wakes up in the morning, just like throws a wizard over her shoulder. You're mine now.
Oh dear.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, against their will, I'm sure. Yeah. Let's see how that goes.
Yeah, there won't be any issues with that. So we open up with you all surrounding the table where the statue is. And after Vesuvio had just fled from you all, what do you all wish to do at this point?
Karen is just covered in like, well, I don't think the dragonborn sweat. I think she just looks real tired. She's covered in grime. There's just, her scales do not look as lustrous. Her romance novel spirits have gone. She is no longer looking snatched. She is just extremely tired. Her shapewear is digging into her.
So uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, so May has taken a piece of the broken statue and put it in her pocket to hold on to.
Okay. What about Tellercos? What are you wanting to do?
Tellercos is tired.
We're all pretty tired.
That's just, I could definitely use a rest.
We need
Like
to go.
something a little more lively and party-ish would be cool, but even then, just a place to stick my head on and then just zonk out for a while, that would be great. So,
should we head out of here and try to
let's
find a
head
safe
out.
place? Yeah.
All
I
right.
need to carry anyone.
No, I don't think we're at the point of needing to carry anyone yet.
no,
Yeah.
like still got a decent number of hit points at least. So
Yeah.
handle
Just-
like odd traps or whatever comes up next.
All right.
So we making our way downtown, walking fast. Yeah, I think we just dash out of there.
Yeah, I mean, we should have hopefully like sprung all of the traps on our way down. We'll just like take the same exact path back
Okay.
up.
Yeah.
I would say
None of y'all
Let's
want to
pull-
check out this chest down here?
no. Mm-mm.
Actually, okay, I go.
Come on!
I
Are
go.
you checking?
I have a javelin left. I can poke it.
Okay, I'm following.
I take out my javelin. I poke it.
All right. So as you walk over to the chest and poke it with the javelin,
Uh-huh.
you make a slight dent in the wood.
Oh,
Oh, good. Okay.
okay.
I open the chest.
It's a real chest.
All right. It feels a little bit hard to open up, but you have to use some of your dragonborn muscle to spring it open, and you find a cloak inside the chest.
Ooh.
Is it snuggly? Is it like a? Yeah, is it a snuggie? Like,
Wait, see if it can billow on its
Is
own.
it
Like,
magical?
command it to billow.
how warm and soft does this look? 'Cause
So
I
this-
need
this
to curl
is-
up in it.
This is definitely a cape more for the autumn time, where it's a bluish hue, and you can put it around. And if you were to try to wear it, you know it's a little bit too short for you. But as soon as you put it around you, if you would notice it sort of grows to your length to where it's big enough to sort of cover you.
Cool.
I don't even know what this is.
Billow.
I grab like the bits. I grab the cape and I try to like make it flutter.
Can I touch it
on its
a
own,
little
its own,
and like
mine.
can I like touch it and do like an Arcana check or something
Sure.
to see if it has magical properties?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just flapping this
Hey,
like an Adam West
you
Batman
just see
skit.
Tellercos going, Billow! Billow!
Oh,
Five.
my cape just
A
keeps
5.
billowing behind me.
You just know that the cape feels very soft and nice. Like,
This is a beautiful cape. Oh my gosh. I
Can I
love
make
it so
an Arcana check, even though I'm not proficient.
yes, you may.
Okay,
DC's gonna be a lot higher for you, but
I got a 19.
oh dang, okay. Oh shoot,
Okay.
where's the
I
where's the
mean,
rolls?
you know,
There we go.
Karen's been, she's been adventuring before,
Yes,
so
yes.
it's possible.
that is true. That is
Mhm.
true. So
could have seen it.
straight
Something
19.
similar.
So you noticed with a cape like or a cloak like this before. You've come across these in your travel before. This is what is commonly known as a cloak of protection,
Ooh.
which gives you +1 AC should you equip it. Let me just double check. I can't remember if you got to attune with those or not, because I know some of the protection stuff you have to.
How's everyone's AC? Because mine is 11.
Yours is
So-
the lowest.
So yes, cloak of protection does require attunement. So for it to
Ah.
work, you'll have to have a long rest, while wearing it.
Okay, sure, not a problem. I just wear it, and we
need
just
that
walk
rest.
away. We just walk
desperately need that
away.
rest. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
And no one else wants to check out what's over here on this side?
I'll look.
Oh, come on.
Alright.
Like,
Oh, fine, we'll look.
Sure, I'm
just-
behind.
All right, let me reveal it here. Oops. Oh my gosh, how do I use Roll20 again? Here we go.
Oh no.
That's
It's been
what I was
so
afraid
long.
of.
I know. So you come across a hallway and there's
Oh.
another chest.
I'll take the lead on poking it this time. just in
You want? I
case.
hand you my javelin. You can poke
No,
it.
I'm just gonna use my quarterstaff to
Oh,
poke
okay.
it.
You have a
There
stick.
you go.
Good.
So it
Yeah.
won't make a dent in the wood, but nothing happens as you poke it. You hear
Okay.
something rumbling and like shaking inside as you poke it a little bit hard.
Okay. I'll give it a shot at opening it.
Alright, so let me roll a 1d4, because you will find a weapon inside,
Ooh.
and you will find what looks like to be a mace inside.
Ooh.
Neat. Monks can use maces, right? That's considered like
Mace.
Is it magical?
You have to roll a Arcana check.
Can I touch it and see if it's magical?
yeah,
Sure.
I'll let you.
So a mace is a simple weapon. So
Oh wow.
I rolled a 5 again. I'm so exhausted, like I can't even focus on this stuff. I'm just
Clearly,
like,
yeah. I'll
you're like, yes, this is a mace,
it's a mace, yes.
I got a 5.
and you're like, yeah, I agree, it is a mace.
100% mace.
Let's
do-
take the mace and
Do,
get
do we
outta
need the
here.
barbarian to
This is
figure out what it is?
I'm like, yeah, I wield a mace. Looks about the same.
Karen, do you want to do an Arcana check on it?
Sure, I'll do an Arcana check.
We're
Watch,
desperate.
it's gonna be
Please do an
something.
arcana
It's a
check.
7.
It's a mace.
It's a mace. Nice.
Who wants this mace?
I don't.
You keep it, Tellercos. Sure.
I'll pocket it for now. I guess.
I already have a mace.
Yeah.
And
I don't
since
think
all
it's.
we know is that it's a regular mace, I don't need
You're
another
like
regular mace.
You're like mace mates.
Mace mates.
We're mace mates now. There you go.
Oh, jeez. I love it.
Hey.
Alright, so you all make your way back up to the entrance of the citadel out of the cave.
Yes.
Alright, so as you
So
are all making your way up, you do come across the first unconscious orc. Do you wish to keep them there or move on?
Let's move on.
I think
Yeah,
they
I
need to
think-
stay there and think about what they did.
Yeah, I don't think they'll come back and cause any problems for us. You know, it's like this is just a henchman. So
Okay.
yeah, I say let's just.
And then same thing for the first one from that you knocked down the stairs. Do the same thing?
Oh yeah. Like you got you know what happened to your buddy. Like don't just
Okay.
sit there.
Yeah, we'll leave them.
Alright, so as you all make your way outside,
Before that, I take out like some spare lipstick, and I just draw like a funny face on him.
Oh.
Ben, what are you doing?
give me what would that be?
Sleight of hand, or
Yeah, do sleight of hand. Because
Okay, sure.
it's not going to wake them up or anything, but we'll see how
you want
well...
to see how good this drawing is.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a 2. I just scribble. It's
Oh.
a 1. It's a 1.
No.
It's just like. And I look at you and I look at all of you, I'm like, what? We used to do this all the time when we were adventuring.
That's a really great idea. I'm gonna do that next time. Love it.
The
Well,
only
it's like-
thing is, with that low of a score, you end up messing up your lipstick, where it's not very
That's fine.
usable.
I leave the lipstick with him. I just stuck it in. No, I put it in his hand. So he looks up. It's like, did I do this?
Oh wow!
I
You
love
did so
it.
much psychic damage. Now he's gonna be like questioning himself for years. to come.
Emotional damage.
I love it. It's great. Why would I do this to myself? What happened? Perfect.
Alright, so as you
Watch,
all...
like, 10 to 15 sessions from now, we see this lipstick orc just appear. It's like, I found you. I didn't do it to myself.
Oh no.
Oh, man. That'd be great.
It's gonna come back to bite us.
Maybe. That's a good idea, though. Thanks. Karen. So
I
many
can't
good
help
ideas.
it.
So as you all make your way out of the White Peak Citadel, you find yourself in the entrance. There are 3 horses there still.
Yay.
What do you all wish to do? It is about... So, the time of day, it is getting to be about late afternoon. You can see that you maybe only have a few hours of sunlight left.
I don't remember how far it was to like the village we were at. Do we have enough time to get back there?
So by
before,
horse,
like, nightfall?
if you
Yeah,
were
by
to
horse.
do by horseback, it would take about 2 days.
Oh,
All right,
was it
let's take
that
the
far?
horses and go find a secure location to camp.
Yeah, let's do
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
I do have a +3 to survival.
Yeah,
All right.
definitely take the horses though. Yeah.
We do take the horses.
All right, everybody give me animal handling checks. See how well you are good at
I
riding
am
horses.
proficient at it.
Good.
21.
Oh, you're a pro.
22.
You're a pro.
How did I get the lowest? But I got an 18 at least.
The horses
it's not like-
love us.
Y'all are pros.
Yes.
Sweet.
So
I'm
have
gonna
zero
name my
issue.
horse Apple. Come here, Apple. Come here. Come on, Apple. Oh, good. Good girl. Good girl.
All right.
I just take my horse and I'm like, yes. So noble. You look like I take out like a romance novel and I just sort of do a quick comparison between this horse and that horse. I'm like, yeah, about right. It's just majestic, mane flowing.
Love it.
in your eyes, it's majestic mane flowing, but it's just an ordinary looking horse.
It's just an ordinary horse, but like K'aranina vision.
See,
Just-
now you
like a
get it.
thought
Now
bubble.
you get it from before. That was
We get it.
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
Okay. I get it. I get it now, Tellercos. I get the obsession because I love apples so
not
much.
an obsession. It's not an obsession.
It's an obsession now. Yes. We get it. We're all obsessed.
These are our horses.
There are horses.
There
Yeah.
they are.
I love apples so much.
So, so as you all travel south and get to the fork in the road, you know to make a right heading back to Dragonhurste. And by that time you get to the fork and start heading right, it's pretty dark at this point, and your lamplight, and for those who do have dark vision, which I think is only the dwarf, if I recall, the other two do
Definitely
not.
not
I
me.
do have it.
And one of y'all would be having a lamp at this point just for light. It is getting late, it's dark, y'all are extremely tired at this point, and you all go off to the side of the road and make camp. As you all are making camp in the side of the road, who is going to be doing first watch?
I'll take first watch.
Okay. All right.
Because we
So-
all need a full, 6 hours to do a
Yeah.
full-
Technically, long rest is 6 hours of sleep and 2 hours of light activity. So,
Okay.
meaning reading, studying, cooking, stuff like that. So, Karen, give me a perception check.
Uh-oh.
16.
16. So, as you all are, did you all set up tents or just sleep in sleeping bags in the open air?
I think we're doing sleeping bags.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well-
didn't we have that big, group tent or something?
Yeah, we
Mhm.
definitely got tent kits at the general store.
True.
Okay.
Okay, if y'all want to get inside the tent, that's cool. I'm gonna stand outside the tent.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean the person who's watching can maybe just sit right outside the tent.
Okay.
So that's
Well, I'll
fine.
do like a walk around.
Okay.
Okay. So with the campfire right in front of the tent, and as you're walking around, the only thing you hear for the next 2 hours, Karen, is just the nightlife. You hear crickets. You might hear maybe a wolf howling off in the distance. Not much else.
Nice.
So,
I also do a cook. I have the chef feat now, so I prepare food that allows creatures to gain additional hit points and take a short rest, as well as to gain temporary hit points after a long rest. So I'm gonna use that because I'm taking a long
Ooh.
rest.
you gain
I'm
a
very
bonus.
okay with that.
Can prepare food that allows. Ooh, to gain
I
additional.
basically make puppy chow.
Nice. So they gain. So how many hit points? You gain a bonus to either, as well as gain temporary hit points after a long. So how many hit points do you gain?
So you can regain an extra So whenever you use your hit dice to regain extra hit points, you regain an extra 1d8. Oh wait, no, that's a short rest.
So you can.
So I make I make 6 different treats, and
Okay.
so when I give it to people, they last 8 hours after being made, so we have to eat them. And you can use a bonus action to eat one of these treats to gain temporary hit points equal to my proficiency bonus, which...
Oh, okay, so +2.
Yeah, +2.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Hey, every little
Hey,
bit helps.
tasty.
Yeah.
All right. All right,
It's like
so
Muddy Buddies or something.
you do that. Who is going to be next on watch?
I'll be next on watch. That's fine.
All right, Tellercos, give me a perception check.
Perception. Okay, that's one of my better skills. So 22.
22.
Ooh.
So, Karen, you were doing that cooking during your watch, right? That making the treats and all that?
Yeah, I made the treats.
The only thing you noticed, Tellercos, on your watch, besides the same nightlife, is K'aranina didn't clean up all the way. She left a few pieces of mess.
I was very
Here and there.
tired.
Yeah, that's
Very tired.
Okay.
It's the only thing
know
you
it's
mi-
not her usual routine because of the other nights. So it's like, oh, no worries.
It's the only thing you notice.
Yeah.
And then, if there's anything else you wish to do, then you can go back to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, could I attune myself to a mace, not even knowing whether or not it's magical?
Yeah, you can. You can attempt.
Okay.
Do
What do I do to do that?
I'll tell you when you wake up.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Maermyl, May,
Yes.
you are next on watch. Give me a perception check.
Okay. 16.
16. Same thing. You don't notice anything, and would there be anything you'd be doing?
No, I don't think so. I mean, so I know that Corinne prepared some food and stuff for us, so
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd just be watching. That's about it.
Alright, so as you all wake up the next day, you all finish your long rest.
Okay, got our long rest.
And Tellercos, so you don't have to attune with this weapon. I thought you did. It is a +1 mace.
Oh, cool.
There you go.
So you get a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this magic weapon.
Ooh, nice.
So you should be able to find it if you go to like inventory and go to manage inventory and try to add it. Like you just search for like +1.
Yes,
Think
the
mace?
problem is the keyboard being over there.
Okay. Okay, well just know that you have one, and maces are 1d6 plus your strength.
Alright.
Alright, so on the next day, as you all keep traveling, it's pretty quiet. It's not until later that evening. Nothing really happens during the day unless you all need to do anything. Besides just traveling. So it's not until later that night that you get to town. You all decide to push a little bit harder because you really need to get to town at this point. So you're going a little bit faster than normal walking pace with your horses. So by the time they get to town, they're dreadfully tired at this point. And let me show the town map and roll 20.
Apple.
And we will move over to the town so even the audience can see it. Alright, so as you all get to town, like I said, it's nighttime. You definitely see the lights from the inn on. You do see some lights in some of the houses on as well. What is the first thing you want to do as you reach town?
We're going to the inn.
Alright.
We're going to the inn.
Should we go to Ro from the church who sent us out and let her know about the statue?
Does she have a place for us to sleep afterwards?
I slept in the church the first night I was here, so maybe.
Okay, fine, let's go.
I mean, if you all want to go to the inn, I'll run by the church and just let her know we're back and meet up with you all.
The church is over here, where...
Mm-hmm. It's not really that much further.
All right, we go to the church. At least that's my vote.
Yeah. We'll
Okay.
go to the church. It's fine.
Okay.
All right.
Let's do that.
So as you three get to the church, you do find some little stables right next to the church. Sort of like a parking lot, sort of say, for like, modern churches for cars and all that, but little stables for horses though. So you get your horses in there, you pet them down, give them some food, you give Apple an apple right before you go into church. And as you walk in,
girl, Apple, thank you for bringing us here, Apple.
she nuzzles May. She has to get really far down to try to nuzzle May.
Oh yeah, I'm like,
I just pick May up. Like, here, nuzzle away.
As you all walk into the church, it is dark inside. The altars everywhere, but there is a light from inside Ro's office, and you hear talking going on in there. It sounds like there is someone else in the office with her. You recognize Ro's voice, but there's another voice that sounds a little bit muffled.
Do they sound upset or anything off like that?
It just sounds like two people talking. There's no raising of voices or anything like that.
Okay, well, I'll walk up and knock on the door.
Okay. You hear Ro's voice and says, please come in.
Go inside.
All right, and are you two behind her?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
May, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. 16.
16. Okay. You're not immediately frightened, but you are shocked as the other person Ro is talking to is none other than your mother superior, Suri. And she immediately looks to you with the most disappointed face. At first, a face of surprise, but then disappointment. And then she immediately looks you up and down, sees that you look pretty dirty from your days of traveling and being in the dungeon, and says, well, you sure took your time.
What's that supposed to mean?
Mother, I didn't expect to see you here. We've been out on a quest to help Ro and the whole town.
And how did that fare?
Well, I'm going to look to Ro and tell Ro, essentially a recap of what happened. We found the statue. It was broken when we found it. And I will pull the broken piece out of my pocket and hand it towards Ro.
You hear Mother Superior sigh as she looks to Ro and says, I do apologize about that, dear. You shouldn't have trusted her. We can barely trust her to do anything outside of cooking.
What?
Now, listen here. I am a mother of 3, and I have adventured
Who is this talking?
with many other
Who
parties.
is this talking?
It doesn't matter what my name is. What matters is your piss poor attitude towards my friend.
I don't need to hear her right now.
I don't need to hear you right now.
I'm going to turn around and run away. I'm going to run out of the church.
Look. I'm going to come right back. I'm going to go find whoever it is you report to, and they're going to hear about what you did and what you said, because that wasn't okay. I'm going to go comfort my friend now. But you two
gather her,
are
please.
not good people.
Go gather her, please. She's coming back with me, by the way. She's coming back home. So
she's going to do whatever
if
she
you
wants.
don't mind gathering her, thank you.
Actually,
you there,
then
goat
I won't
boy.
Go after get her.
Come here.
Tellercos, don't go over there.
Ro is like in shock right now, like, because she did not expect this kind of behavior going on. So she's sort of like, let's calm down. Please, someone fetch May, please. We need to know more of what happened and see that piece of the statue. Mother Superior, please, if you don't mind waiting outside. She just has this air of importance, and she's about the same height as May, but a much older looking dwarf lady with, her hair is covered. She's wearing these very fanciful, sort of like blackish, whitish robes, with the Baranar True Silver displayed on them, and no sign of her hair, and,
it's got a wimple.
Oh, what's that? I probably know what it is, but I don't know the name.
It's what nuns wear.
Like
Elena Terrell.
Yeah.
She's got that. It's a good word, which is why I'm like, we need to use this.
Yeah, wimple. I like that. So yes, more like that. And she's just this air of importance, and like she just turns her back on Tellercos and K'aranina, and gets up and says, "I will wait." And then as she gets up, turns around, she's not even looking at you two, and just makes her way out into the main area of the church. May, you said you're running outside?
Uh-huh.
All right.
The moment she leaves, I just turn to Tellercos and I'm like, Mother Inferior, am I right?
Inferior, superior. I could knock her on her ass either way.
I could totally... We could just end that woman, that sour patch of a person right there. We could just end that.
Just might.
Yeah, just a little. All right, I'll go find May.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'll come with, of course.
Okay, let's go. We try to find May.
All right, so May, where did you run off to?
May has gone to the inn and has gone straight back to the kitchen to help work there, cooking.
So
I think we have a good instinct that that's where May went. I think we go there.
It's getting too salty because of your tears.
All right, so
Yes.
you two head to the inn. So May, as you ran into the inn is pretty busy tonight. It's a little bit rowdier than what you've seen before, but Bellador.
Rowdier than the festival?
Well, not rowdier than the festival, just well, I guess, yeah, you haven't seen this place before the festival, so
Yeah.
This would be considered a rowdier than normal night, non-festival area.
Gotcha.
So,
Sure.
you get in there, and Bellador sees you, the owner of the inn, of the Shining Maple, and as you're just rushing back to the kitchen, he's about to say something, then just shrugs and gives up. And then a couple minutes later, he sees K'aranina and Tellercos, and he looks at you two and points back to the kitchen. Because he knows you three have been traveling.
Thank you.
We're all so tired. I just walk past everything, just through those doors. May?
Oh yeah, hey, I'm back here. I'm just helping. It's
May,
really
are you
busy.
all right?
Oh yeah, I'm just helping, cook. You see how busy it is out here, so they need a lot of help. Yeah, I mean, if y'all want to go ahead and get
I
rooms
just
here,
pick
that's
you up.
fine.
I just pick you up, and I look at you and I say, "You are an excellent party member. You did an amazing job." And that crinkled old crone of a woman has no right to tell you otherwise.
No, No,
He doesn't know how many people you killed.
You killed so many people.
Please
so many deaths.
Please don't tell Mother
You see
Superior
some of the
about
cooks
that.
like some of the other cooks and ships are like, what?
You've done
Please
so
don't.
much murder.
No, please don't tell her about
Righteous
that.
murder, of course.
Righteous
but-
murder.
They just go back to chopping their onions and cooking the meat. Like, oh dear God.
It's fine. I mean,
I just hug you.
Mother Suri
big
knows
hugs.
what's best. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm trying to reach up.
I'm gonna squeeze the
Cat,
self down out of you right
Mayla,
now,
stop
young
there.
lady. I'm gonna squeeze it right out of you.
Listen, it's fine. It's all fine. I'll go back with her tomorrow. It'll be okay.
Well, they want
You're
to see
not
you
going
now.
anywhere. No, there's no going back. We will not have that.
Yeah, May is trying to push through this with her optimism. But yeah, she doesn't want to go back.
This is not okay. I would never let anyone speak like that to anyone I cared about, and I have made this both very apparent at the PTA, and I will make this extremely apparent here as well.
Well, listen, she's in charge. She must know what's best.
No,
So-
she doesn't. Clearly, if she makes that kind of a comment to you, then she knows nothing.
She called me goat boy. She knows nothing.
She's kind of mean. I gotta be
She's
honest.
terrible.
She's kind of mean. And
No kind of.
yeah, but
I was gonna whoop her upside with my quarterstaff so badly. Like, oh.
well, listen, I have to tell you both. I ran away from the church. Okay, that's why she's here, because I ran away, and what happened, like a really bad thing happened. I wasn't able to heal this whole town of people from the sickness, and everybody blamed me, and it was a magical sickness, so it was something I couldn't handle, and I've never been allowed to do anything, so that's why I cook all the time, and I like cooking, I do, but I've never been allowed to do anything else, and I just feel like something's not right, and it's not adding up, and this magical illness, it's connected to the whole pyramid scheme.
Of course
Somehow,
it is.
and I'm just trying to figure out what happened, and
Almost
I'm
right.
trying to get to the bottom of it, and at the church, nobody ever let me do anything, so that's why I had to run away, and that's why she's here, and I don't know what to do. I guess maybe we should just run away again.
Well,
We're not? Okay,
we're
go
not
ahead.
doing that. But first thing is, clearly, with all that stuff you just said, none of that indicated someone that knows best about anything, given all that horrible stuff that you went through. And we do not have to listen. We will find, we're on this quest. We're going to 100% get to the bottom of all this, and we're going to clear your name from responsibility from it. We're going to make things right as best we can at this point, and it's going to have nothing to do with her. It's just going to be all
May just starts weeping. She's just weeping.
Oh.
She's crying.
We're just holding you in this kitchen surrounded by other people trying to do their jobs.
They're like working around us, like, need to get that salt over there.
They're just more walking around and all that. They're just someone brings a box of tissues and doesn't even say anything. Just
Thanks so much. I've just been dealing with this all by myself for so long, and it's just been so tough. And then I ran away, and I've never even been outside of my
I
village.
start doing like the parent thing, like where you start swaying from side to side, and you just kind of like gently shake your baby.
Thanks,
It's just like
Corinne.
there.
This is really calming, honestly. Thank you so much.
I just start singing like a dragon.
It still is to me too.
I just started like singing like a dragonborn lullaby. It's like
Oh my gosh.
just do a little bounce. All parents do this, by the way. I've discovered.
Do we have to
You
go
get them
back?
start swaying.
Do we have to talk to her again?
Well, we don't have to talk to the
We
mother
do.
superior.
It does not have to be nicely, one, and two, it does not have to exclude violence. Let's just leave it at that. So
I agree.
when she plays nice,
We want to do things peacefully. That's my biggest thing. That's my thing. I just want to do everything peacefully. That's why I
we
try
can
to be
give
really
her-
optimistic.
we could give her a lot of peace if we really want.
Yeah. She would probably, honestly, in the end, who wouldn't want that? She'll, get to go be with her goddess. So,
Or,
Yeah.
Damn.
or hang out with Tyr.
all right. Well, I still have the piece of the statue in my pocket. I really want to give it to Ro, and, we need to let them know what happened. So,
Yeah, let's go do that. And if they even get close to making you feel upset, I'm just gonna start smashing.
okay.
I'm just gonna smash.
Okay. But just try to do it peacefully if you can.
I will very serenely smash up the place.
Okay. Okay, let's go. I'm Bellador, I'm sorry, I can't stay and work. I'm really sorry. I have to go take care of this stuff.
You see him in the front counter, that little cook's window and whatever. He turns around, he's like, thanks. I didn't even...
No problem. I'll try to come
You're
back
more than
later.
welcome to come back.
Yeah, I'll come
He's-
back later.
I was kind of hoping he'd be a little teared up by all the emotion.
Well,
but-
it's so busy in the front, he's just sort of at shock because sees you run back there, starts cooking, then there's crying and yelling and
It's a lot.
all
I
that.
know.
He's just sort of like, okay. We'll see you soon. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for always being there for me, Bellador. I appreciate you.
I'm still just carrying you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Glad to be of service.
Thanks. We're gonna need rooms in a little bit too, if you don't mind.
Sure.
I just throw
The
how
same
much of the
room.
rooms?
It's on the house. We
Okay.
know what you've
Thank
done.
you so much. Thank you. May's just gonna start crying again. It's just
no
fresh
more.
tears.
Pull some tissues up there.
I on the way out, I grab a jug of water, a glass of water, and just here, you need to hydrate.
Thanks so much.
Speaking of which, we should probably hydrate. IRL.
Always. Everybody's drinking. I guess we'll head back to the church.
Now we're heading back to the church. Do I see that crabby old lady?
Mother Superior.
You don't see her outside. But as soon as you walk into the church, you see her at an altar. Looks like she's just reading a book, and she turns her head and looks.
I have May in one arm, and the other arm I just do this.
She's not even paying attention to you. She's just looking at May.
I shift so that May is behind me, so I'm just
And as
you will acknowledge me.
and as you
sour old grape.
as you three walk towards Rose's office, you shut the door behind you, and Rose just sort of sitting there, and she's just shaking her head. I'm so sorry, May.
I'm so sorry. No, I'm so sorry.
She made it seem like, you were lost, and she had to get you, and I told her everything. I didn't
it's
realize
not
the
your
relationship you two
No,
had.
I was not completely open with you about the situation, so it's entirely not your fault whatsoever. It's fine.
I'm so sorry.
But we do want to tell you about the statue, and I have a piece of it, but it was broken. So this is all that I could bring, and I'll give it to her.
As she hands it, she looks at it, and she can tell that there's no magic left in the statue anymore. And, she ponders over it for a good 5 minutes or so, just trying to see, and then she just puts it down and sighs and says, "It's gone. our protective magic is gone. For 300 years now, we've had that protecting us, and now you can see the look on her face is of extreme worry as her her eyebrows furrow, and she's looking scared too at the same time. And she looks up at you all and says, tomorrow I have to bring around the other town leaders, and we have to make a vote whether we're going to need help. As you know already, we don't have any kind of protection of the town. We're wide open for attack. Heck, we can barely protect ourselves if a pack of wolves came into town and started attacking us.
If you need training, I can help train. I've led a scout group.
Thank you. It's not just about the training. We need something now. And I know training takes a long time to get people even ready for something like that. So we have to put a vote. I think we'll need to petition help to some of the other major cities, such as White Peak City, or possibly go to Sika.
What? Where did the statue? How did the statue originally get its magic?
Well, about 300 years ago, there was a wizard, by the name of Ovius that cast a protected enchantment on the statue, making a ward to help protect the town. But that wizard is long gone. No one knows the magic. Maybe a powerful wizard does, but we don't have any wizards in town, and I doubt they'd be able to make that enchantment happen within a day. The story goes that it took Ovius a very long time to come up with the magic and cast the spell as well too. So we're gonna have to petition.
Magic?
We're gonna have to petition for some help.
I don't think the magic is just like totally gone. It's taken. It's not with the statue. Obviously, it's not with the city. But whatever this Vesuvio creep has done to sap it away, I think, maybe if we get there in time, we can find a way to just get it back, and then from there, maybe somebody a little more magically inclined would know how to put it back.
Well, where do you think they were heading to? This Vesuvio person.
He disappeared. Do we know where he went?
Gotta be part of that shady pyramid scheme.
Well, you do know that they were wearing uniforms similar to the ones that Nero's found. Remember when you came across their dead bodies?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
The drow were.
Yeah.
Right. So they were a part of in-house dynamics. And then there was the leader. There was the leader of that. Did I write the name down? We heard a name.
The upline manager?
Yes.
The upline manager.
Yes.
Her name was... I have it. Where is it? Fear de Grey was the seller, and the upline manager, Thundara Firefox. And they live in White Peak City.
Okay.
Yes,
and we heard that name from
Fira.
Right.
The one that K'aranina originally tried to attack in the first episode, but couldn't.
Right. So
No regrets.
No.
You didn't know at the time, so.
I regret nothing.
I think we should probably try to follow up with them. Follow up.
I guess we're going to the city.
White Peak City. Yeah. I mean, Ro, I just, this is kind of the only clue we have, and if it can help, we want to help.
Absolutely.
I understand. Are you, in that case, are you willing to go as representatives of Dragonhurste? to maybe even talk to the city officials there.
I mean, it depends on how long it'll take.
And if you'll pay for all of our supplies again.
Anything.
Okay.
Right. That was easy negotiation right there.
We're in desperate times right now.
Well, we went to the White Peak Citadel. Where's White Peak City?
White Peak City? So, do I have a map on Roll20? Because she pulls out a map, and we'll show you if I have one on here. Oh, no, I didn't put the map on here. So, wait, no, I didn't. Okay, so I'll have to do that another time, because it might take me too long to put the map on here. But the map to go to White Peak City, it is just... Oh, no. Shit, where is it? I've got it. I know how to play this game. Okay, White Peak City is actually northwest of Dragonhurste, but since there are a lot of treacherous hills to the north of Dragonhurste, you have to first take the road south, and then there is a fork in the road that then heads west, and you'll take that road. It's an easier path through the hills to get to White Peak City.
Okay. So we weren't like right next to it when we were at the Citadel, and we just
No.
Okay, good.
No, to give some context, the White Peak Citadel was sort of like used to be a military hold, a military base long ago.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
That's why it wasn't right next to the city there.
Okay. Well, what do y'all think? Should we head after a night's rest, head to White Peak City?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think so too.
It sounds like next best spot.
We got to get to the bottom of this, and this upline manager is our only lead right now.
As you all are figuring out where to go, you hear a desperate knock on Ro's door, and you hear this female voice saying, "Ro, we need your help. Fira, she's sick. She's not waking up."
Uh-oh.
And if you open the door, you see what looks like to be a blue water ganassi female. Ro recognizes her as Prisma, who's the owner of the watermill in town. And she says,
That thing that operates weirdly.
Yeah.
I know. She says, it was Fira and I's bridge game tonight, and I was just going over there, open her house, and she's not waking up. I don't know. I tried shaking her awake, and I'm worried she has a fever going on right now. It's like, Ro, please come.
Does this sound like the sickness that I dealt with in the past?
I mean, you don't know. You don't know
yet.
just you don't know yet.
Okay. Should we all go?
Ro gets up like,
going.
please, if you want to come, any help is appreciated.
Okay, we'll rush over there.
And we do on foot, right? Because our horses are real tired.
Yeah, because
close.
Fear is just a few houses down.
Sweet.
So, as you all are walking out of the church, you notice Mother Superior, she gets up as well and starts following. Just because she's more curious than anything. Okay. And as you all make it to Fira's house, you do start to see some of the neighbors around her just walk out their doors, seeing what all the big commotion is, and you all get into her house, and I need one of you, or all three of you, to make a perception check as you all walk in. 22, okay.
Ooh. 18
and 17. All right, good. All right, so as you all walk in, the lights are all dark in house except for in the living room, as you see her laying down on the couch, barely breathing. And as you look around very quickly, you notice that there are multiple empty panacea bottles strewn about on the floor. And you see that there was one right near her hand that is just looked like she dropped.
Well, I
wait.
think
Yeah, we have a bunch of those the other bottles, right?
We have
Yeah,
the bottle labeled cure.
Yes.
we do.
I took a bunch of them.
May, give me a medicine check.
Okay. 24.
24. You recognize what's happening with Fira to be very similar to what happened to you in that other town.
Oh, no.
Where you failed to recover or heal those people.
Okay, I'm gonna run over to her and pull out the bottle that I picked up that said cure and try to give it to her.
Okay. Right, as you feel that her breath is very shallow at this point. And the only people in this room right now are you three, Ro, and Mother Superior just sort of watching in the back. And as you give it to her, you manage to get it down her throat and just start doing some vital checks on her. And her fever doesn't go down right away, but her breathing starts to slowly get better as the minutes go by. And as about 15-20 minutes pass, you notice her fever starts to go down. And her breathing becomes more regular and not so irregular anymore.
I think the cure is working.
Oh, that's good. Didn't just bring a bunch of different horrible disease in a bottle basically with us. That's good.
I'm gonna turn to Mother Suri and say, have you seen this illness before?
Mother Suri, both her hands are like this the whole time, just sort of crossed in her dress, or her robes, I should say. And her face is pretty much unchanged at this point. As she looks around and sees what happened, watching you, she says, no. What is this? Is this the same illness that you failed to cure before? And she emphasizes the word failed.
Okay. You and I outside right now.
I'm talking to my daughter here.
And I'm talking to you, Mother Inferior. An inferior attitude is what I would say.
May, is this the same one?
Yes, it is the same one, and I think you know something about it.
Well, insight.
Sure, roll insight.
Yeah, does anyone have a better modifier? Because I just have a +1.
I have a +6.
Yeah, you should be. I only have an 8.
Yeah, I'll roll insight. I rolled a nat 1.
Oh my god.
An 8.
So
a 19.
cutting.
Tellercos, you know something feels a little bit strange with the question, or with the way Mother Superior asked May that question. Is this the same kind of sickness you saw before? Like something just felt off. Like she knows more than she's letting on.
Okay.
But you're the only one to notice this. The other two don't.
You clearly know more to it than you're letting on. What is it? Have you been responsible for this happening before?
She looks towards Tellercos and says, I don't know what you mean. I'm not responsible for any of this. And please, I'm trying to talk to my daughter here. So this is the same sickness you saw before.
This is not how you talk to your daughter. This is not how you talk to a child of yours. This is not okay. Not by any means. You need to get yourself together.
May, answer me. This is the same sickness you saw before. What was it that you gave her?
That I gave her just now?
Yes.
I gave her the cure.
Can you show me?
I'm not showing you anything until you tell us what you know about it.
May.
I have a -1 to intimidation.
All right, can I intimidate?
Sure. I mean,
Okay, I'm also upset. I'm only rolling a 7.
Dirty 20.
Oh, Tellercos!
I am the meanest
Satyr coming
satyr
through.
right now.
well, let me roll against that for her. Well, no, okay. Her eyes widen a little bit towards Tellercos, the least intimidating one out of the 3.
You know how many people we've killed.
Do you actually say that to her?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't. I just look very angry.
If she said that, she might have gotten a better roll. So.
It's true.
As she looks towards Tellercos, she looks again towards May and says, "Come, and I need you to roll a wisdom save." As she's attempting to cast the spell Command on you.
11.
Oh no.
You fail, and you immediately approach her.
I put myself in between, and I hold May back.
Yeah, you notice May is struggling against you because she has no choice but to compel to come to Mother Superior.
You cast magic on your own child? That's not okay. That I take my great axe.
For that, I need you to roll an insight because Command is just a verbal, and because there's no somatic or materials used, so I need you to roll to see if you know that was magic.
Okay, I don't know that it's magic. I'm just like, where are you going? What are you doing?
Because I would totally give it to you if it was like a somatic one, like moving her hands.
I rolled a nat 20.
Damn!
Oh my god, Tellercos knows everything.
Tellercos
sees through space and time.
I see through this paper thing.
I'm just like, I have to listen. I have to listen to her. I'm sorry, I have to.
Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Come back here. What are you doing?
Tellercos notices that has to be the command spell because he's seen that be used on.
Commanded my friend. What is wrong with you?
You would have seen that be done on various clerics and paladins in Sika.
Oh, 100%.
I am so upset. I take my axe out.
Ro immediately gets in between. Is like, let's all calm down, please. Let's not fight in Fira's house here, please.
Let's take it outside. I just pick up May again and I just walk outside.
I'm like still trying to follow Mother Suri. Wait.
Open the door for you, just like I guess gesture out there like.
So Tellercos and I are just like.
About a minute goes by, May, and you're no longer compelled to go to her or anything. But you know that she cast a spell on you.
She cast magic on you without your permission.
What they do in the church, it's okay.
No, it's not. That's not okay.
Not okay.
It's fine.
It's not okay.
It's just sometimes what they do.
Well, that's just not okay.
Sometimes what they do is something awful, is what that is.
Yeah, that is not
okay.
That is right. Never all right.
Wait, you're right. That is awful.
Yeah.
Why would she force me to do something I don't want to do?
Exactly.
And she's a bad person.
She's a bad person, May.
She's a bad person. I'm going to attempt to cast Guiding Bolt. I'm going to attempt to cast Guiding Bolt on Mother Suri.
Wait. She's still inside the house.
Yeah. You're outside.
We're outside, but isn't the mother inside the house?
She So her and Ro were talking, and about a couple minutes goes by, because Ro's hoping that you'd all will calm down a little bit. Ro comes out first with Mother Superior behind and says, "Please, let's not fight here. I think there is a breakdown of communication at this point."
I don't think it's a breakdown of communication. I think that this person decided to inflict a spell upon my young friend here and your young friend. And frankly, you being in the middle defending this kind of behavior and trying to pretend that it's good intentioned is actually even more toxic. So you're just, both of you, you're like a little less toxic. I look at Ro, like your attitude a little bit less toxic, but your whole vibe is toxic. Like, I can't see auras, but I bet if I could, it'd just be a big swamp like that. You should drink more green juice.
As K'aranina goes on with this, Ro's just like, please, we don't need any more trouble here. Please, Fira's resting right now. She's recovering. Please, Mother Superior, just stay in the house right now. Let me talk to them.
You need to apologize.
And she says, I will apologize for nothing. May, you need to come home now.
I'm not coming home. I'm going to get to the bottom of this.
There is no bottom of this.
Yes, there is. There is more to this illness than you are letting on. I'm going to figure out what's happening, and I'm going to the White Peak City with my friends, and I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm not going with you.
You see her, like, her breathing gets a little bit faster and quicker as she's almost breaking her cool there. It says, I have never tolerated such disrespect from a dwarf such as you.
Tolerated
everything, Mother Superior.
You're racist.
Well, she's a dwarf too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're all dwarves.
Self-hating, but you know.
You're self-hating.
You've never tolerated anyone having an opinion different from yours.
She's just
Preach. Preach,
May?
cleric.
Think about what your father would feel right now.
Oh,
Should he know that you are acting like this, it would break his heart. And your mother, too. Barrener rest her soul. She would be in tears right now with the way you're acting and treating your Mother Superior right now.
If my parents really love me, then they would want me to be happy and stand up for myself and do what I want to do. So I'm leaving with my friends. Goodbye. And I'm going to turn around and walk away.
I follow. I don't know, Tellercos. I just like shoot like the dirtiest look.
I follow behind, but I face towards her for a little bit.
Walk back.
Staring her down.
Before we go, I look at the Mother Superior and I'm like, and I'm gonna give her the talk. I just walk.
I'm like 26.
I don't know. You seem like you've been very sheltered.
Very much so.
May has been very sheltered.
She still needs it.
As you all are walking away, I'm assuming back towards the inn, you start to hear some yelling in the voice of Mother Superior. How dare she talk to me like that? And Rose just like, calm down, stop it. You're going to wake up the whole neighborhood. I should kill her. She needs lashes, punishment, all of it.
I'm gonna start running towards the inn.
I just rage. I go into a rage.
Never before has the Church of Baronar True Silver been so disrespected.
How far am I away? I just want like the ghosts around me to start making out, just like in front of her, like lasciviously.
I know, right? Like, is she following us?
No.
All?
No,
Okay.
she's
Angry.
staying
just-
as
okay.
loud, but she's screaming.
I
at the top
am
of her lungs.
raging, though. I am fully raging, and my
Just
romance
in
novel characters are like also passionately angry,
Doing
but, like
romance things.
they're doing romance things.
We need drinks.
This monk needs to get drunk.
All right, so as you all make your way to the inn, you walk in. I'm assuming May just walks in first, like pushing the door open,
Oh yeah.
like just pissed off, but also free at the same time,
Yes.
like a happy, angry type thing, or
Yeah.
Righteous
I was
fury.
tired, but now I've got
Yeah,
like
righteous
all this
fury.
energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what is May doing as soon as she walks in with Tellercos and Karen right behind?
I'm gonna walk up to the bar and I'm gonna say, Bellador, give me a pint of your finest beer.
I look at him and I'm like, make it in half.
I'm a dwarf. I can handle it.
Above you, I'm just like,
He's just sort of
And
like,
your biggest one, too.
Oh.
yes.
First time.
And he turns around and gives 3 pints as well as a half or whatever. Was it pints or bigger? Whatever. I don't know my beer drinking measurements. All right.
fine.
He gives you
How dare you?
a grande and an extra grande.
Just at the bar, you just hear like,
Okay, sure.
Mel? Mel? Drink for Mel? It's all
This is
tall hoppy IPA for Mel.
this is Phoenix Bucks.
Why do two of these drinks all being large in different versions of common? I don't understand why.
Yeah, I don't like. It's just Elvish for big. Like I don't understand why.
I'm gonna grab one of the bigger ones and take a sip.
All right, give me a con save. Because May doesn't do a lot of drinking from
No.
what you told me.
11.
11. Woo! After that drink, you're a bit tipsy. You're like, woo! Oh, you're feeling a bit loose.
This is fun. I get it. I get it, Tellercos. I get it.
Yeah,
that's
it's
great.
cool. Like, just don't overdo it. You will hate yourself in the morning for like a whole different set of reasons.
Oh,
you
Yep.
know? Yeah.
Yep.
okay. Well, maybe just this one. That's it. And I'm good.
Yeah.
It's been a long day, you know?
It's been a long, like, what, week?
Yeah. Long couple of days for sure.
Yeah, I get it. Hmm.
Well, we're not
You're
gonna
like
see
a cute bard in this tavern.
Oh yeah. I was like, we're not gonna see Mother Superior in here, so we can hang out here
Yeah,
as long as we want.
There's a cute halfling bard over at the stage there. He's sort of like a small version of like a Rico Suave type character.
Okay, I was hoping
But-
for like a smaller
Or
like-
Fabio.
John Mayer.
John Mayer, yeah. Your body's
I-
a wonder.
Oh my god. I'm just gonna listen to it and be like, wow. Those lyrics. It's like he understands.
I go to the bar and I say, "Hey, can you go give a pint to the bar and say it's from my friend the cleric here?"
Is that me?
Yeah,
Is
so
yeah.
the bard
Cleric?
so
Well, I don't tell you. I just tell the
Oh,
bar.
okay. I didn't hear that.
Don't know.
Bellador orders one of the waiters to do that, and as the bard gets the drink, and the waiter whispers in his ear, looks towards May, raises the glass, winks a little bit, and says, "This one's for a little special dwarf out there."
Hey, my name's May.
Well, hey, May. And he starts playing Journey's Faithfully. Highway room.
I think in the corner, like me and Tellercos are just sitting there, like, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're engineering this. This is good.
Wow.
Wondering
Nice.
where my love is
Oh my
without you.
May's definitely falling asleep on the table at this
Oh, no.
point. Wow.
Fond memories of my first time at 12. Yeah, I know how it is.
So the night goes on, and as May falls asleep, the little halfling bard comes up and sees you two still casually drinking, and then May just sort of asleep. Bard looks up like, "Is she okay?" He's got like this really high pitched voice.
I was like, wow.
Whoa.
Your singing voice is very... Yeah, she just had a really long day, and I just gotta say thank you for that quick
well,
little
you're
compliment.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
that brightened her up so much.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
she's
no problem.
had a rough day.
She's a cutie.
Hey,
Don't.
what's going on, guys?
Oh, she's awake. She's awake. well, hi there.
Hey, you did some great singing out there. I'm sorry I fell asleep. It's literally not your performance. I've had a long day, and
Well,
we were traveling, and we kind of tried to save
Tellercos,
the
look
whole
at the
town,
time.
but we
I'm gonna
failed.
go to bed.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, we're going to bed.
No,
I'll talk to you later.
Stay here and talk to your
okay,
friend.
well,
Yeah.
Well,
Talk to your friend.
a
Yeah.
flower for the pretty lady.
Oh, that's so great.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I love dandelions. They're my
You know,
favorite.
Next time
I'm
you're
just
around town,
I'm just gonna roll.
you
I'm just
know.
gonna walk away like as stealthily as I can, trying to drag Tellercos with me.
Yeah, I'm going.
I wouldn't mind
yeah.
taking a dwarvish lady such as you out for a midnight stroll.
Oh, well, I gotta get my rest because we have a really big journey tomorrow, but maybe some other time.
You
Understandable.
can rest on the road. You can rest.
I literally can't rest on the road.
You literally, I just
What
carry you.
happens?
Understandable.
Thanks. What was your name
My name is Steve Perry.
again? Okay, Steve Perry.
Just like Steve Perry.
Okay, Steve Perry. It was so nice to meet you. I really hope I see you again, but I'm so tired. I was falling asleep. And
I hope I see you again too.
okay, is your voice okay? Do you need like a lozenge or something?
This is how I normally talk.
Oh, I like it. It's cool. It's just different, but a good different. You know,
It's-
like a really
It's
good
different from my singing voice.
It's so different from your singing voice.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
great.
This is how I always normally talk. Don't listen to what your friends say.
Wait, what?
We're gone.
Don't
We're
worry about
fully
it.
gone.
Bye. He just
Bye.
wants to.
Good night, Steve Perry. See you later. Wow, that's
They
awesome.
talk ASAP, just in case.
I'm gonna put the flower, like tuck it behind
Yes,
my ear.
it is a nice like yellow dandelion.
Oh. And I'm gonna go up to bed.
All right, you stumble your way up. You're still tipsy, you know, but it's sort of like tired, tipsy, and you make your way. And as you walk in, May or Karen and Tellercos see the flower in your hair, and walk into the room. There's the giant bed for Karen, but since you're getting the same room that Karen had, they also made up two smaller beds for
It's
the
like
other two.
trundle
Oh,
beds.
it's perfect.
Perfect.
Yes. It's
Like little rollaway beds like you get at a hotel or something that go underneath the main bed.
Oh.
I half would have been okay with like the top of a dresser, honestly. I don't know. It happens some nights. Weird.
Yeah.
But
Well, this is like the governor's suite that Karen's
Well,
staying at. So.
How did it go? I'm in like my robe, and I have like a face mask on.
How
How'd
did
it go?
what go?
You with the cute halfling.
Oh, that
You
was
like a-
Steve Perry. Yeah. He was really nice.
Yeah, that's really nice.
He gave me
He
this
sounded
flower. Yeah, he had a great singing voice, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
he definitely did.
Yeah, so we just introduced ourselves, and hopefully I'll see him again. And I told him that, so, We'll see. But I'm really dedicated to this, getting to the bottom of this. So don't worry, I'm not going to be distracted. I'm not going to be thinking about Steve Perry and about what if we got married or what if we had babies or something. I'm not thinking about that at all. So don't worry, I'm so dedicated to this mission. Yeah.
I think I'm going to head out for a minute if you want to have a conversation.
Sure, yeah. So
I'm going to get like a nightcap, that's all. I'll grab something. I'll be back.
Getting old fashioned.
Maybe in like 20 minutes. Just you should come.
Yeah.
It's good. Listen, I know where babies come from. It's fine. I'm pretty naive, but I understand, the basics of all that. So don't worry about it.
They come from Baron R. True Silver drops off a stork.
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna still get that nightcap.
They're down on a cloud from heaven. They ride on a cloud.
I'm already out the door. Work has to be done.
Oh, I love it.
So when you leave, I'm like, May, and I get down to your level. I sit down on the floor, and I'm like, as someone who has been a Girl Scout and a Scout leader for a long time, I've had to give. Sometimes I have to give talks just to give, people an idea of what's it like when you grow up.
Yeah.
And sometimes when two people really like each other, there's an attraction.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't usually be just two people and people in general. Really like each other.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sure. Many people. Whatever.
Yeah. Just people. Could be two. It's usually two or more. But when they really and that's what I just give you the talk. I take out a journal. I put diagrams. I'm like, it's well, and of course it depends on what kind of species you are. You see. Some species aren't actually equipped this way. But since you're a dwarf, I'm just going to stick with humanoid for now. And if you have any questions about other species and how they go about things, that's totally fine. But just letting you know, if you want to pursue these activities, just stay safe.
Okay.
Use the protection that I give you. Or maybe you have protection for yourself. Maybe we can get some protection on the way out.
No questions. I'm good. No questions.
Yeah.
No, I'm
okay.
Good. Thanks.
Great.
Good night.
Right. Good night. just blink over the head. No proud conversation.
Yep.
Oh god.
And then
Exactly.
I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go check on Tellercos. I go outside and Tellercos, have you been standing there the whole time, or are you still?
Oh no! I super went downstairs. I was like, okay, there will be so much work. Maybe at this point it's it's closing up. I'm heading up.
Corinne, you didn't get into the beholders or anything?
Just humanoids. We gotta take it one step at a time.
No aberrations or.
We're not gonna get into how
liches and beholders and mind flayers.
No. Yeah, that's too much.
So yeah, I grabbed Tellercos and I'm like, okay, I told her how babies are really made. So she decides to go out with Steve Perry. She's not entirely surprised by anything.
That's a start, I guess. Yeah.
We should go to bed. We should go to sleep. I'm gonna go to sleep.
Sleep sounds.
We just go to sleep.
May is not actually asleep, but she's laying there silently pretending she's asleep.
Oh god.
She's just
my whole life's been a lie.
So much has happened today.
You're a woman now. You're no longer a girl. Wow. You know the way. You're a worldly, sophisticated woman.
Wow. Awesome.
So as the next morning comes, May, I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw to see if you're hungover or not.
Okay.
Since it's your first time getting, even though it was only tipsy, but it's your first time.
8.
Nah, you're hungover. You've got a headache.
What? What happened?
Oh, I think I need to go get some pickle juice from downstairs.
We need to get some electrolytes and some water.
Yeah, water.
Here, just drink this. Water.
Great. Thanks so much.
So much water.
So it's pretty early in the morning as you all decide to walk downstairs, and the continental breakfast spread is there. You've got your toast, eggs. You've got some phoenix sausage. You got some phoenix ham, and
just burst into flames occasionally. Just like
it cooks itself.
That's how you get
it cooks
flavor.
itself, and it's got that smoky flavor. And then you've got potatoes and sort of breakfast spread, some bread and all that. But you do find someone down there. No, not Steve Perry. You do find Mother Superior there, but at first you don't recognize her. She's not dressed in her robe. She's dressed in she still has robes of Baronar True Silver, but they're a little bit more casual, and you see her without a hood on, and and this is the first time you've ever seen her hair before, May, and it is a very, very well braided silver hair that she has. It's like very like think of Galadriel or Daenerys from Game of Thrones, like that kind of level of braids. And she looks to you, and she has sort of a pleading sort of look towards May and says, "May, I just want to talk. Please, let's not have any more anger here."
Okay. Well,
and your friends are welcome to sit as well too. And she just has a cup of coffee with her.
Well, I'll get a plate of food from the breakfast bar and go sit down at the table with her. If y'all want to come, that's fine. Or if you want to not sit here, that's fine.
We'll just sit right here, and we choose a table. I choose a table right next to.
Okay.
Just like
that's pretty much the same idea.
Sure.
Just staring.
I'm eating. Like as long my ears are totally attuned to that, but I'm still eating. Like I gotta eat.
I just start cleaning my weapons.
So you see Mother Superior just sipping her coffee, and she looks towards May. May, I am very sorry about last night. I've missed you. I wish you didn't run away.
Well, maybe I wouldn't have run away if you hadn't treated me so poorly.
I understand. I probably should have done better. I barely slept at all tonight, and when we sent you to that town to help those poor people, and I didn't believe you that it was some sort of magical sickness. I thought, with your lack of abilities that you've had throughout the years, I thought maybe this was another example of that.
Well, I don't actually have a lack of abilities. You just never let me do anything.
I understand. And from what I've heard from Ro, she and I had a long talk after that, and she's told me how much you and your friends have been trying to help the town. And
and we're going to continue on our quest.
As much as I want you to come back, I understand if this is what you have to do.
Well, I appreciate you saying that, but I don't need your permission, and it is what I'm going to do.
She nods her head, and she looks you in the eyes and says, "When you're done, please just visit your mother and father one last time. That's all I ask.
Oh, of course.
And she finishes her coffee and gets up and starts to walk away.
See ya.
She doesn't look back or anything. She just walks away.
I'll turn to the other table and be like, "Whew,
So proud of you.
that's-
I'm just.
Good job.
It's so great.
This is so
Thanks.
great. But yeah, you too, like me, of course.
Thanks.
Oh, come here. And I just like super into a hug. And...
Oh, Corinne!
I'm so proud of you. You stood up for yourself.
Thanks, Corinne. I've learned a lot just hanging around you, Corinne. You know, you really stand up for yourself. So you've been a great example.
Right. Ain't no one gonna stand up for you except yourself.
I'm gonna keep eating my breakfast.
Okay, we continue eating. I put my weapons away. We just continue eating.
Yeah. Try and soak
too
up
much
some of my
Yeah,
alcohol.
you want to stick with a lot of those carbs.
Every now and then
Post.
the meat just goes on fire and we're like, just give it a second. It'll go back down.
Oh no, I like it that way.
And it's not like it's not like a huge fire. It's just sort of like a brief flame, like for a couple seconds. Got to be careful. Make sure it doesn't happen while you're eating, too.
Ooh.
Oh, but it's the good kind of burn, though. Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Oh God! Imagine if you like swallow one of those whole and just bursts
In your
in your stomach.
stomach.
Like, oh God! Talk about heartburn. But
Yeah, that's some
But like
indigestion.
worse.
yeah.
Wow.
So as you all are eating, talking about going back to going down to White Peak City and figuring out what to do, you have Reese, the owner of the general goods store, waltz in the inn, sees you three, says, "Oh, just the people I wanted to see." He hands you like 3 backpacks full of rations and says, "I was told by Ro to give these to you for the road."
That's
Thank you so
wonderful.
much.
And they each
Yeah.
have
Thank you.
2 weeks worth of rations, each of them.
Oh,
That's
awesome.
fantastic.
Thank you so much.
So you shouldn't go
Yeah,
hungry, you shouldn't go thirsty. There's powdered milk in there too. Just add water if you ever need milk, or there's some powdered coffee if you need some coffee. Just add water.
Great.
Just whatever you need in the road. And looks to Corinne. I got something for you.
You got something for me?
It's another first edition Christopher Stoll that came my way.
Oh my gosh.
It's the new one, The Lady and the Baroness.
Ooh.
I'm waiting for her copy. I just rage out of. I'm just so happy I get angry. I'm like angry happy.
He hands it to you. It's like it's all like wrapped up in neatly wrapped paper, and he's like, "Be careful with it.
I will.
This is
I
for
will be
helping our
careful.
town."
Wow.
You're so. I just burst into tears while I'm raging. I'm so happy. It's just all the emotions.
This is the scariest happiness I've ever seen.
Corinne, you seem a little unhinged, but I like it.
I'm perfectly fine.
Great.
It's okay.
Wonderful.
He sort of pats you on the back. It's okay. It's a great
You
book.
understand. You
Yes.
understand.
That's good. That was a spicy book.
Whew.
Tellercos, you. This may sound really weird, and I'm sorry if this comes across as mean or insensitive. I don't know with satyrs, but do you all need shoes like refitting or anything, or is it like how horses do?
Oh, like
I don't know.
As sentient humanoids, we're usually like pretty good with that. Like we don't do the horseshoe thing.
Okay,
I
I just
kinda-
didn't know.
Yeah.
Didn't know.
Appreciate
All
that.
right.
Yeah. No worry. No disrespect.
He as he's holding up these horseshoes, he's like, all right, he puts them away. Like, okay. I got them specially made, but I didn't know.
No worries. No worries. It's
Okay.
all good.
All right. Sorry, I just didn't know if satyrs did
No
that.
worries.
Are they special?
Are they lucky?
They just have my initials on them.
Oh, that's
So yes, they are special.
Does it have like the Nike swoosh on it or something?
The Adidas symbol. All right. No Nike up in here. Psh, get out of here.
Okay.
Oh,
Respect.
I feel like I have no game like in the sneakers world. All I wear are Allbirds.
I recently switched to Allbirds, but I do have one of the Jurassic Park Reeboks because, of course, I would.
Oh, dang.
There's a Jurassic Park Reeboks?
Of course
There's
there
a
is.
lot of Jurassic Park Reeboks. They came out.
They make shoes of everything
oh
now.
my gosh.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
That's
Okay.
amazing.
Which I still need to see Jurassic World 2. I've never seen it. But I'm probably not missing much.
We're at borderline on 3, so
Yeah, I should probably see it just to see it. But anyways, so Reese ends up leaving. Says goodbye, farewell.
Bye, Reese.
Wiedersehen, goodbye.
Thank you.
And
the
wishes
gift.
you all luck.
So cool.
Just holding my book, weeping.
Wow, you got something
Swaddling
to
it
read on the
and holding it.
road. That's awesome. That's great. We're going to have a great journey. I'm so excited. I'm so pumped. I'm feeling really good about this. I think we're going to do a great job. We're going to go. We're going to find people responsible for literally murdering like all of these people with their poison. And we're going to bring peace to them.
Lots of peace.
Yes,
So
it's
much
going to be
peace.
so great. So much peace. Yes.
Gonna bring all the peace.
Yes.
So much peace.
Really
So much
hard.
peace.
All the peace.
Down their throats if we have to.
Oh.
Damn.
What?
Alright, so what do you all want to do?
Guess we find Apple and our horses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Finish up breakfast and head out on the road
Alright. Alright, so
to
as
the White Peak City.
As you all head out on the road, or head to get your horses, Ro is there and says once again, wishes you luck, and apologizes again for Mother Superior to May, and says she talked to her, and Mother Superior actually left shortly after she talked to you.
Well, thank you, Ro. It's not... It was a mess, and you shouldn't have been involved in it. But thank you.
And as you all are there, Fira does come out. She's still pretty, I guess frail is the right word, where she's not walking as well as she did, but still weak. And just thanks you, May. Like, thank you for saving me.
Yes, of course. Are you doing okay? Do you need anything else?
No, I think I'm good. Whatever you gave me helped. I don't know what happened. It was, I wanted to try one of those Panacea bottles just to try it, and then something clicked where I couldn't stop taking them. And so throughout that whole day, I just started taking more and more of it.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Do you happen to know if anybody else in the town has also tried some Panacea in a bottle? Because, you might want to head it off ahead of time if anybody else is going to end up like you were.
I mean, I know a few people in the town bought a few bottles, and I know there was a whole bunch of travelers that bought some, during the festival. But
Well, get the word out to dump them.
Yes.
I will. The only difference is they didn't have access to a lot like I did.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's right. Yeah.
Because if you remember, there were like a lot of bottles strewn about that were empty.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you want to leave one of them behind here with Ro just in case of the cure.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll give Ro one of the bottles of the cure.
Okay.
Yes. But yeah, definitely everybody spread the word. This stuff is poison. You just dump it out. Get rid of it.
Yes, it does seem to be that way where it doesn't act right away, but it seems if you consume a lot of it, especially all at once, like me.
There might be something addicted to it too.
Yeah.
That's what it seemed like, because it's not like I took it all, within an hour. It was just throughout the entire day and a half. It just felt like I couldn't stop.
Weird.
It will do that to you. This is how my book club ended up falling apart. All of my friends couldn't show up. They were just at home drinking this damn thing. Bottles and bottles.
And what's weird is it's not even like alcohol where it just gets you. There's no fun like alcohol. It's just you keep drinking it.
Oh, that's the worst.
There's no buzz. There's nothing.
Well, I'm so sorry that you went through that. I'm glad
so
we were
thankful.
able to help.
Yes.
Yeah.
And her Ro helps her back into the church as they go, and as you all get your horses ready to go and get out of the city or get out of the town and start heading south. You would all start heading. I've got 2 mice here, so I'm getting a little confused as which one. So you'd all start heading on this road down here.
Okay.
And the rest of that day is pretty quiet. You do see some travelers, and nothing out of the ordinary or anything like that. But as evening comes, you get to the fork on the road, and because it's only about half a day, more than a day, about half, 3/4 of a day to get to the fork on horses. And you do notice an inn in the fork of the road. And this inn is a 2-story timber and brick building with several stained glass windows and a large cellar. It looked like it used to be a manor house. And as you can tell, it looks like it consists of a lot of large rooms with balconies as well, too. Both front and back.
Oh.
And K'aranina, you would recognize this inn as an inn you stayed here before, and you insisted upon the governor's suite, which is the largest room.
How much is it again? How much was it?
I think it was I think like 5 gold a night.
All right, we're staying for just a night. So yeah. I go in. Is there like a stable person to help stable our horses?
Yeah. There's a pretty big stable because this is a big travel. Yes, a valet.
Great.
Yes.
Great.
Water for my horses.
Oh.
And some of the valets recognize you, and they're like, "Oh no."
Hello.
You don't recognize them at all or anything, or remember them.
No, I have no idea who these people are. But yeah, I guess, we sweep in. We sweep on in, and I don't know, I guess I go up to the innkeeper, and I just, plonk down 5 gold and say, "The governor's suite, my good person."
Alright, the map should have changed, and let me change the map on here. So you can all see... Oh, I forgot to add your characters. Alright, uno momento... Should add your characters. Might not have I never remembered to fix that. The permissions.
They're gonna take good care of Apple out there, right?
Oh, they will.
Okay.
If I have anything to say about it.
Okay, great.
The best. Oh, the best.
Great. Just want Apple to be happy.
If Apple has water, shelter, and some form of hay or oats,
hay, oats.
She's
good. Okay, good.
All right. So as you approach the counter, you notice that the innkeeper is a stout male elf named Yulmil. He is about 6'2" with well-built brown hair, brown skin. He's very friendly and welcoming, except to those who can't pay. So as you walk in, he notices K'aranina right away. He's like, "Oh, K'aranina! Oh, it's been too long. It's been a couple weeks,
yes.
actually.
Your name.
Yulmil. Remember,
Yes, Yulmil.
we had
Yes.
to kick out the previous tenants of the governor's suite because you insisted upon it.
And aren't you glad you did?
Yes, I am. But anyways, are you here? I kept the governor's
Yes.
suite open because I figured you were on your way back. Just for you.
Aren't you clever?
I knew you
and
were
I give
coming
him the
down.
5 gold.
Thank you. This
For
does
myself and my friends.
this does come with dinner as well too, as there's quite a party here tonight. And as you look around the room, it does look like to be quite a full, not like super full inn, but quite a party going on here.
Can I look around for Steve Perry?
Sure,
Like,
do a
just in
perception
case?
check.
Okay. I mean, like, maybe he travels, you know?
Steve Perry.
18.
You don't see Steve Perry, I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm kind of...
But, oh, I forgot to add them. You do notice a certain trio of people, an orc, a goblin, and bugbear,
We're doing it. It's happening.
sitting at one of the tables.
The Bonfire Boys?
The bonfire.
Bonfire Boys.
Fire boys.
Oh my gosh, I forgot my... Yeah, I forgot my... Oh no, that is the wrong... Hold on. I forgot my notebook.
Oh no.
Here we go. Oh god, what's this? Oh, damn.
Bonfire Boys.
Oh, that's my homeowner's insurance thing. I don't need that. The Bonfire Boys, Gilbert, Boran, and Oro. Alright, and I gotta add them on Zeril 20. We will say...
Yeah, I don't...
Let's
I
say
didn't
this
see
is
them.
one of them.
Okay.
And then I just need to add an orc and
Oh my goodness.
yeah, you can go kick rocks. And then where's my bugbear? And you can go kick rocks. All right, there we go. It's those 3.
Yes.
You
okay,
recognize
so
them.
So we're up here at the bar right now?
Yeah, we can just move you 3 like over
Okay.
here. Yeah.
Great.
You clock them. I guess. Do you let us know?
I'm gonna be like, hey, and I'm gonna be like, look who it is. Look who it is. Remember the bonfire boys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember they don't know who you
They
are.
never saw us. They never
No,
saw
they
us.
never saw us.
Yeah.
We'll just leave it that
don't know.
way.
Yeah. You just appreciate it from distance, like
Yeah.
So I'm finding owlbear in nature, just like.
Okay, but let's at least get a table close to them so we can like try and listen and just make sure they're like okay.
That's a great
Okay.
idea.
Yeah, let's do it.
Like,
We'll take that booth near them.
Yeah, the booth.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So as you all, and you can move your characters to the booth.
Over here at the booth.
You do get a waitress, an elvish waitress, and she comes and says, all right, well,
Yeah.
there is
Here.
4 things on the menu tonight.
Nice.
We've got steamed dragon and poached eggs with a glass of wine. We've got baked phoenix and artichoke. We've got salted sausage and hazelnut bread. And we've got steamed duck with cardamom and poached eggs.
Mmm.
I'll have the phoenix, please.
All right, 1
I'll
phoenix.
have the same.
Yeah, just 3 phoenixes.
3 phoenix
Sounds
with
good.
artichoke and whiskey? Or do you prefer a different poison?
Oh.
I'll have water.
I'll-
I'll have water.
I'll take
A
a nice
Riesling?
big whiskey.
A what?
I'll take a
Karen?
Riesling.
Okay. All right. And she walks away, and so you all are... And there's a bard playing, too. Playing some
How
good
cute
music.
is this bard?
This bard is... This is a normal-looking human bard. Like nothing spectacular. Blonde hair, like long
Okay.
blonde flowing hair.
But what are they singing?
They are singing, they're singing some folk songs. Some more country.
Uh-oh.
I came down and fought the bugbear and to the owl bear.
Yeah, I'm not into this.
The room.
I'm not into this.
There's one right
There's
there.
literally bugbears right there. I mean, come on.
That's just really insensitive.
That is so tacky.
Humans, they are always the worst.
They are the
swear.
worst. Oh my gosh.
So I want the three of you to roll perception checks because you do see the bonfire boys talking.
Yes.
17.
9.
How? 21.
Tellercos is just so annoyed with the music he can't hear the bonfire boys.
I mean, it's okay. They can fill me in.
You hear the orc Oro just start saying, "All right, boys. Well, we got out of that situation, and I guess our next bet is White Peak City. We got to get to White Peak City, and we'll make our names there. We might join the military there, or become thieves. I don't know."
They're going to White Peak City. We're going to White Peak City.
I mean, I guess.
Well, we can't interfere with their lives. We've already done too much. Unless you want to get inside their brains again.
No.
Okay. No, bad idea. No, gosh, that was not.
Well, it could be useful if we go, like strength in numbers kind of thing. Like, we don't have to rope them into everything, like becoming thieves over there, like, sure, whatever. But just for the journey over, could be useful to have some extra muscle backies up in case anything weird happens on the road. It could also keep them from being recruited along the way there or something, too. They might be handy to have around, at least for the ride,
Yeah, but we can't trust them.
Well, we don't have to trust them. It's just enough for the appearance of a single unit moving. Like, nobody's like, oh yeah, we're pretty formidable as a trio, but all 6 of us, like, you got Hobgoblin, Bugbear, scary looking goblin, I guess. It's like, it's not. That's a pretty formidable group.
I don't know.
Maybe I might be like fantasizing a bit too much about that idea. Like,
we could just ask.
We could
just ask.
All right.
Who is the most charismatic one? I have a +2.
+1.
I have a -1, so not.
So the barbarian is.
I have the most charisma. So yeah,
Well, I mean, Tellercos does have.
I do have
proficiency in performance and persuasion.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want to do that,
I'll.
I can try to help.
Yeah.
So I'd give advantage on it then.
Okay. Yeah.
Whenever.
I'll.
But I need to know what you're going to be saying to them, because.
All right. So I'm going to just be saying, like, that we overheard them, and I like. Am I actually saying in character to them what it is, or you want me to?
Yeah, I want you to say it in character.
Okay, yeah. So, I'll saunter over to the table and be like, "Excuse me, gentlemen. So my companions and I couldn't help but happen over here that you 3 are headed over to White Peak City. Find your fortunes there. We also happen to be heading in the same direction, and maybe you'd be interested in, like, you 3 could clearly take care of yourselves, but, just in case, could be weird things going on along the road. Maybe Just for the trip over, go together in a group, strengthen numbers and all that. Scare off any would-be bandits, maybe. You'd have to be really stupid to, our combined groups. Like our barbarian is, she is something else, and you'd be surprised how ruthless and lethal that little dwarf cleric over there is.
I show up at this point with 3 tankards of beer. I'm like, hey, friends! I just plop them down in front of them.
Perfect.
Gilbert the goblin just immediately just starts gobbling. It's like the bugbear's suspicious, and Oro, he's sort of like the de facto leader. He's like, wait, what do you all want? Who are you?
We're travelers, same as you. We're heading out to, White Peak City. We heard you're also heading out to White Peak City, so why not do it together?
Listening to us?
You're very loud.
No.
You're very loud.
It's like, deeper voices. They travel for it's yeah.
Are you a scientist?
No, not really a scientist. Like I've dabbled in studies of nature and things. No, I'm a monk. But I've done some intellectual studies as well.
Okay.
I'm just sitting at the table waiting for somebody to turn around and tell me to start a bonfire in the middle of them.
I don't know. Will you pay us money to travel with you?
Oh.
How many days is it to White Peak City?
From here on horseback, it's about... Hold on, let me look at my map. I want to say 2 or 3 days. Well, let me double check.
I'll pay 1 gold to share. They can share 1 gold per day.
Yeah, it'll be actually about 3 to 4 days, because there is a part of the journey that's through the hills, so it'll take a little bit longer.
Yeah, I'll get this one, Corinne. It's okay.
So, we charge 5 gold each a day.
Okay.
Well, in that case, enjoy your free beer.
50% up front.
Yeah, I think we're it seems like
you see Oro just sort of nudge the bugbear like, watch this.
And we're just like, nope. Nope.
That's that's all right. Just have a great night here. Enjoy the drinks. Don't
Oh well, maybe I'll see you on the road anyway. Just Okay.
Yeah, maybe. And if not, you gents.
Thought I could have made a new friend. It's okay.
Look, you could have made a new friend.
You could have made a new friend.
All right.
By paying us.
I mean, I'm always down for making new friends, but there's just a limit to, what we can afford. If
I got you.
We're choosing.
All right.
But
well, you know what?
No hard feelings.
I'll think about it.
All right.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
I'll give you an answer in the morning.
Okay. Yeah, still wish you the best, though. Either way, no harm done.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Give you an answer in the morning.
All right. I'll slide back to the table before I just.
You hear me like, I negotiated them, all right.
What'd they say?
We'll leave it pretty non-committal because at first they trying to do 5 gold per person per day, half upfront. Their first time negotiating something like that. It's
all right. Well, you tried.
Happens. Yeah.
You see them finish the drinks, and then a couple minutes later, they start walking off upstairs to their rooms.
I'm just impressed that they
Wow.
can afford a place here. It's not bad.
Yeah.
As you all are eating and starting to drink, and whether it's water or alcohol, I need you all to give me a perception check.
Ooh. Steve Perry is here now.
Steve Perry is here. 15, 19,
Oh, only an 11.
Okay, so
Oh, great.
May,
19.
as K'aranina and Tellercos are just sort of talking to each other about, either plans for what's coming up. You know that the journey through the hills can sometimes be treacherous, hill trolls and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I definitely.
You two are talking about that while May is just sort of like, just sort of people watching. And your eyes all of a sudden start watching the bard, and you notice the bard sort of gives a signal to some people in the crowd. And they sort of point towards your table. And as you notice that, all of a sudden, 4 people suddenly get up.
Hey, something's happening. The bard is something's going
Look
on.
at this bard.
I don't know.
Is it because we ordered the Phoenix? It's probably because we ordered the Phoenix. No one ordered
This
the
is
Phoenix.
not. No, I don't think this is the Phoenix. Order of the Phoenix is very, very.
Is it on fire?
4.
No. This is.
You see 4 people just suddenly uncloak themselves, and it looks like to be 4 females, just sort of like the picture shows, a little bit bald, and they all start walking towards your table, and they all flash, and you all see as they're walking towards you, they all flash swords.
Oh.
Oh, wait. Oh, excuse you. It's kind of rude to do that without even introducing yourselves. Or
Can we help you?
Yeah.
Hello? Yeah.
Can we help you?
And they all draw their weapons at you, and that's where we're going to end it for tonight.
Oh, damn it.
Gross.
In the room full of people?
And of course, our bonus muscle didn't
Just left us. I don't
Maybe
think they would have
want a
helped us
lot-
anyways.
Yeah, I don't think, I think it would have been like cannon fodder.
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to put my fire boys through that.
No way.
So.
Yeah, we want them to thrive for sure.
Yeah.
I'm guessing these are in-house dynamic people. They're coming after us.
It seems pretty culty.
Ugh. Yeah, they all look exactly the same. It's definitely
Yes.
culty.
They are all females, and their heads are
Yes.
completely shaved, too.
Oh.
Dislike it. Dislike it.
Oh.
I mean, I don't. It's not that I dislike a bald head. It's like I just like that. I just dislike the vibe. These people.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
They all look very, they all came at you very stoically, very, no emotion, and just, they all drew out their weapons,
Oh.
and...
How are you gonna do that? Being emotionless. Come on. Oh.
And
Ooh.
we're gonna end it there, because unfortunately this battle might take too long, and it's getting a little bit late, and I figured this would be a perfect place to stop.
Yes, we're gonna
With a
start
little
with a fight next
cliffhanger.
time. That'll be
Oh.
great.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes. Well, that's tonight's episode. I hope you all enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was great to come
Yeah.
back, and we had some great character development tonight, too.
Oh,
Ooh,
100%.
Yes. May
So
learned
excited.
so many things about life
Yes.
and herself.
So many.
So yeah.
Oh,
Mace
that's
just
right.
learned so
Yes,
many
yes, she
things.
did. In more ways than one.
Yes.
And Steve Perry.
Ah, Steve Perry.
God, that voice hurt just to do both the high pitched and the low
Oh
pitched.
no! Oh no!
So that's why Steve
Worth
Perry
it.
did not make any future appearance in this.
Oh, he
No.
may. He may.
You gotta bring Super
I have
back.
to.
Come
I
on,
have to.
Come on. Don't make this a tragedy. Yeah.
Okay.
Go on.
Well, how's May gonna feel when you hear his real voice and not his trying to be all cool and suave voice?
Oh, May likes everybody. She won't care.
All right, well, let's go around the table real quick where we can find our players. And, well, first of all, thank you to my players. It's great. I always love playing with you all. Y'all are great. Fantastic. I love it.
I love playing with y'all. You're great. Yeah, thank you for such a great DM.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
It's fun.
Thank you. Let's go around the table real quick, starting with K'aranina, where people can find you.
All right, well, if you're interested in, unfortunately, it's not K'aranina this time, it's just Michelle Rapp. And if you want to find me, you can find me on Twitter at KilnFiendPotter. I'm also on Instagram at KilnFiendPotter. You can see a lot of my pottery stuff.
Ooh, I need to follow you on there. I keep forgetting.
I'm finally getting wrapped up. I just finished my home studio, and I just threw some pieces today, so I'm going to be starting to get back on Insta, which is great.
Nice.
After almost a year away.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, I'm so excited about getting back into the swing of things. And I'm also getting excited about, seeing where we go, seeing how our party continues to gel, because I like this dynamic.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, Maermyl. Pixie.
I'm Pixie Kitten. I can be found on Twitter at PKP_magic for my bad Magic the Gathering takes.
Amazing.
Hardly.
Magic the Gathering takes.
They're really good.
And last but not...
Tomb of Annihilation the other day. It's like,
oh my gosh. And your preview card that you got for the new D&D Magic set.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to go so good in my deck.
Yeah, there's a lot of great cards in this set, and some of them are based off of the new Baldur's Gate 3 game.
Yes.
And I'm like, it's my disaster husband.
Oh, man. I can't wait to show my card next week.
Ooh,
I'm so excited.
It's a good one. All right, last but not least, Tellercos, aka Baltan, aka Tone.
Yeah, well, I'm Baltan. I can usually be found on Twitter at Baltan2 or Instagram. Also Baltan2? Yeah, pretty sure. I won't be having any preview cards, but that's okay. When it comes to internet stuff, most often it'll be like the oddball thing with, well, from my perspective, these two down here. But, I just, in general, I'm around there and kind of vocal on the internet, and I appreciate, getting to play with these three people. It's so awesome.
Well, thank you. Well, thank you everybody for coming by, watching, listening, however you're viewing this content. And we will be back. Have a great night, everybody.
Michelle really had to go.
Oh, Michelle really had to go. She's like, nope. I swear, this happens like every time we record. It's like around the same night. It's same time. It just drops.
It's true.
But it's okay.
Sorry, we didn't finish we didn't wrap up the end fast enough for you to drop off.
So sorry.
No, it's okay.
My Discord's like, Ed, we're done here. We need to go. You need to sleep.
Bedtime.
All right.
Adult.
Good night, everybody. Bye.
Bye.